Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. We're here for another Bryan College broadcast. We came in a little late, so I'm going to take you straight to PAs. Stay tuned. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Bryan College welcomes all players, officials, and spectators to Summers Gymnasium for tonight's women's basketball contest between Union College and your Bryan College Lady Lions. As a member of the NAIA and the Appalachian Athletic Conference, we're committed to the true spirit of competition, embracing 5 core values: respect, integrity, responsibility, servant leadership, and sportsmanship. We ask that each of you abide by these values to help create a positive and competitive environment. Please enjoy tonight's contest. Now, please rise for a word of prayer, followed by the playing of our national anthem. Heavenly Father, we thank you for this day. Lord, we thank you for the riches of mercy and grace that you pour upon us every day, Lord. We thank you for your son, Jesus. We thank you for the opportunity for these ladies to come out here and play basketball. We pray for protection and safety. Lord, I pray that they do everything for your glory and your honor. In Jesus' name, amen. And now for our starting lineups. First, for Union. At guard from Lenore City, Tennessee, number 4, Sierra Uphoff. At guard from London, Kentucky, number 22, Gracie Jervis. At forward from Science Hill, Kentucky, number 31, Haley Brock. At forward from Mount Vernon, Kentucky, number 32, Mackenzie Hines. And at center from Pineville, Kentucky, number 35, Reagan King. Now get on your feet and put your hands together for your starting Bryan College Lady Lions. At forward from Oak Ridge, Tennessee, number 1, Destiny Kastner. At guard from Athens, Tennessee, number 12, Caitlin Hennessy. At forward from Smithville, Tennessee, number 24, Katie Farrell. At guard from Lebanon, Tennessee, number 25, Alyssa Malasky. And out at forward from Tellico Plains, Tennessee, number 34, Samantha Russell. There we have it. Lineups are all set. Got the PA going. Man, we're running a little bit late today as we get things started here in Dayton, Tennessee. It should be a good one. I'll have Daniel Cox joining me here courtside here in just one moment, so I'll keep you updated on that. He was just here. I don't know where he went exactly, but we're ready for tip-off. And with that, we'll kind of lay out some key players as we move forward and the keys for victory from each team as we ceremonially do so here on this broadcast. Thank you for wherever you're tuning in to this Bryan College broadcast. It's your Lady Lions versus the Union College Bulldogs here in Dayton, Tennessee. Tipping off for the Lions is Samantha Russell, and that's who's going to win it. She got it there. Looks like Caitlin Hennessy is going to be kind of manning this offense here for the Lady Lions tonight. Over to Russell there, far side. Back to Hennessy at the top of the key. Over to Malasky for the 3 ball. No good. Rebound Russell. And now joining me is Daniel Cox. Where'd you go, Daniel?
I'm sorry about that. Rolled in here on 2 wheels. Had to get my bearings in place and get settled in. But I'm here now, and I guess I'm good luck because we didn't score before I got here.
I'll tell you, Daniel, it's the beauty of being a student athlete and trying to do this whole commentating gig as well. You know, we go from classes to trying to get our throwing in because we're both on the baseball team to, you know, writing the pregame preview to here we are about a minute and a half before tip-off, and we're just trying to roll with it, you know?
Absolutely. That's where I came from. I don't think I've ever ran from the baseball field to the gym as quickly as I did today, especially carrying a bag full of baseball equipment. But I'm here now and excited to commentate with you today.
Ready for this one as we kind of get things started as we kind of lull back into action here in Dayton, Tennessee. Kastner there far side for the 3-ball, up and good. Catches the nylon on the way down, 5-0 quick lead for the Lions. Daniel, let's highlight, as we usually do, key players first for Bryan.
All right, so highlighting first tonight, the lady who just made that basket, Destiny Kastner, 14.6 points a game, 7.3 rebounds a game, and she is the reigning AAC Player of the Week. She's already got 3 points now, a quick 3. So keep an eye for her. Number 12, Caitlin Hennessy, 12.8 points a game, 6.2 rebounds a game, 3.5 assists a game, which is awesome also. And then, of course, number 34, Samantha Russell. She won us the tip ball, 16.9 points per game, 6.3 rebounds a game, and she's shooting almost 40% from beyond the arc, which is outstanding, especially for our big.
These ladies overall, and especially the ones we've highlighted, have had a really impressive season, especially coming off of so much adversity that they've had to endure in this still kind of young campaign here under the helm of Coach Gabe Johnson. Kind of a long 3-pointer, just nails the side of the rim. Rebound Bulldogs, however. The 15-foot jumper is good.
I don't think
that was
Coach Johnson will be
Himes there on the shot.
I don't think Coach Johnson will be too upset at that shot. That was kind of a fall apart kind of play.
Yeah, I absolutely agree. And they have a foul there on. It's going to be on the Bulldogs, I think. So back into Bryan possession. And so that'll give us a moment here, Daniel, to highlight some key players for Union.
Yes. I apologize already if I butcher these names. You might have to help me with that first one, Grayson.
Leasia Linton.
Number 2, Leasia Linton's averaging 13.2 points per game, almost 6 rebounds a game, which is a big thing, especially if those are any offensive rebounds. We talked about
3-ball good there from Russell.
And then number 32, Mackenzie Himes, 15.1 points per game, 4.7 rebounds a game. She's somebody else to watch out for the Union Lady Bulldog. Are they the Lady Bulldogs?
Yeah, I think so.
Lady Bulldogs.
I'm just trying to get a peep here, Daniel. I know Leasia Linton was one of our key players, but I'm actually not seeing her. She's definitely not on the court, and I don't think she's on the bench tonight either. Of course,
interesting.
You know, we're just students, so it's not like we have ESPN Insider Scoop or anything. So
this was
have to keep that in mind as we move forward in this game.
Grayson writes these players to watch about an hour before game time every week. That's
sometimes,
what he was hinting at earlier.
Yeah, sometimes it's, you know, a few hours before game time.
Yeah, he makes us sound really, really good, like we pay attention to this. I'm not going to lie, I really don't. I just cheer for the Lions. Hope we beat everybody we play.
That's the good old Bryan bias coming out any day.
Oh, I'm not going to lie to anybody. I'm definitely biased to the Bryan, especially right now the Lady Lions.
Good 3-ball there from Caitlin Hennessy. Lady Lions off to a big lead here early, 11-4, 6.5 remaining in the first period. Yeah, coming into this ball game, Union is 3-12 in conference, and after Reinhardt fell to Columbia College, big 3-ball there in response. That's number 15, Madison Cox from Lexington, Kentucky, the home of horse racing.
Wow.
Good find there from Caitlin Hennessy.
Great dish, great finish.
Katie Farrell there, she kisses it off the glass, as Daniel mentioned, with a great finish. So as I was mentioning, Union comes into this game 3-12 in conference. Reinhardt University, who is the Lions' only loss in conference this season, just fell to Columbia College, so they fell out of the number 1 spot. Bryan took the number 1 spot back in the AAC. So Union will definitely be coming in here, and we've seen it already. They're putting up a good fight here
absolutely.
in this game.
They're wanting to take out that the #1 Lady Lions right now, like everybody else in the AAC is, but they just get a good chance to do it tonight. So
bodies all over the floor.
Bang!
Samantha Russell drains the deep 3 ball. Timeout called, Union College, and with that, we'll kind of gain our bearings here up here. We'll take a short break. We'll be back for more basketball action here in mountainous Dayton, Tennessee. Stay tuned. We're back here at Summers Gymnasium. The score is 16-9. Bryan College on top. Thank you once again for tuning in for this Bryan College broadcast. Just before break, we were talking about kind of the standings of the AAC, Daniel, and as I mentioned, Union has kind of struggled all season long. This will certainly be one of their toughest tests all season.
Oh, absolutely. And you kind of can find out even more about a team when they play the best team in the league. Not so much skill, but a team that's probably not had the best season so far. It's just how they fight. Is there any fight still in them?
Absolutely.
And so we'll see that tonight.
3 ball just off the side of the rim there from Destiny Kastner. You know, baseball is one of those sports, Daniel. It's a 162-game season, of course, much longer than a college basketball season, but you know, when a team is sitting there 30 games below 500, it really is a testament to the team's character. Are you going to come out there any given day and actually compete?
Yeah. I mean, it takes a lot when you're losing to just put the jersey on, honestly.
Yeah.
You know you don't want to keep that losing trend going, and sometimes you're just outmatched. Probably going to be the case tonight. Can't say anything too early, but just what we've seen.
Good find there through the press. They find Katie Farrell there. She dishes it in for 2. Yeah, and I like what head coach Aleka Carr is doing there. Head coach Aleka Carr is doing there for Union. Trying to kind of get Union in a groove here by kind of setting up the offense, pressing them here early.
Oh, absolutely. Kind of try to almost kind of experiment a little bit when you're playing in games like this. Like, find out what works, what doesn't work, because you really have nothing to lose at this point in the season.
Absolutely. 6-point ball game here, 3:48 on the clock in the first period. And, of course, it's going to be a testament really to their toughness tonight because they're missing one of their key players in Leasia Linton.
Oh, absolutely. Kind of can see who can step up, maybe fill her shoes a little bit. I don't know who she is, nor have I ever seen her play. But she's especially a highlighted player who's averaging 13.2 points a game. You're going to miss that no matter what sport or anything you're doing. A key player is not going to help when they're missing.
Yeah, and you're right. As I look through this roster, Daniel, Leasia Linton's the only senior on this roster, so with her out, it really will give some of these younger ladies the opportunity to kind of prove themselves as they try to set the tone here in this program under first-year coach Aleka Carr.
Oh yeah, I didn't know he was a he.
I mean, Aleka.
Aleka?
I can't tell. It looks like a gentleman down there standing up. So okay. I'm guessing it is the.
We'll go with him. We'll go with him. He can kind of see what he's going to work with. This being his first year. Wow.
Still can't find the hoop there. Another offensive rebound. And I thought it was off the leg of Kastner, but it's going to remain Bryan basketball. They find Samantha Russell from deep. Some contact out there beyond the perimeter. No call. 3-ball falls empty. A long 2 there. No good. Another rebound for the Bulldogs. Tori Brooks finally snatches it away from her.
She said no more offensive rebounds for you guys. She grabbed it and started swinging her elbows a little bit. Kind of some old school basketball. Thankfully, she didn't hit anybody.
Caitlin Hennessy went in there for 2. She's fouled on the way up, so she'll have 2 free throws here to try to extend this lead to 8. The first one from Hennessy is up. Looked like it was going to fall short, but it snuck its way into the basket there.
It's because we're up here on the hill. The air's thinner, you know. Ball flies a little better.
That one's too long, but rebound Kastner. Almost stripped away from Kastner. Finally wrangled in there from Russell.
Wow.
Swinging the ball around. Hennessy's just too far there on the 3 ball. No good. Back into the hands of the Lady Bulldogs. Sierra Uphoff up the court here. Uphoff far side. Swinging it across the perimeter. A deep ball from Haley Brock. No good. Rebound Hennessy. Hennessy deep find up the court. Good ball movement here. Swinging around the perimeter. Hennessy driving with the right hand. Finds Kastner wide open in the corner. Kastner no good.
A little off to the right.
Uphoff back up the court. Pushing the tempo just a bit here. Another 3 ball there from Madison Cox. This one falls no good. First year coach Gabe Johnson going to take a timeout there for the Lady Lions with 1:49 left in the first period. Lady Lions winning 19-12. Stay tuned. We're back here. Nevaeh Majors taking the ball up the court for the Lady Lions. Interesting story about Nevaeh Majors, Daniel. Coach Gabe Johnson brought her up from JV this year.
Wow.
He liked her hustle, liked her speed and awareness, and thought she'd be a good fit on the court for the Lady Lions.
Now she starts for us, right?
She was there the first part of the year.
Yeah.
Now Caitlin Hennessy's back in the starting lineup.
Oh, okay. So that's still awesome, though, that she's getting that chance, getting pulled up, and that's just probably kind of a testament to her hustle. Oh, she's
standing on the out-of-bounds line there.
Her feet were in the red pretty quick after she got that ball.
Gracie Jervis turns the ball over there for Union College, going back to Bryan possession here. Again, Union continuing to press them defensively here.
Seems to be working so far. Now, it seems like to me kind of Bryan's offense is sputtering right now, not because of the defense. It's just quite a few missed shots. Union is playing really, really tough, scrappy defense. But I think when our shots start falling, it should pull the lead a little bit.
Yeah, they're not going to try to give an inch to Bryan. They're going to try to make them stay in their sets, keep them from pushing the ball up tempo. Because honestly, Daniel, when these ladies get in a groove and they start pushing the ball up the court, they could beat anybody in the country.
Oh, absolutely. If you let the Lady Lions get into their groove, it's over. And so I think it's a very smart strategy, just kind of saying, hey, look, we're going to be they might be more skilled than us, they might be more talented, but we're going to out-scrappy them. Yeah. I don't know if you can out-scrappy somebody, but
oh, sure you can.
Out-scrap, maybe.
Maybe that's what it is.
I like out-scrappy better. Oh, my gosh.
3 ball there from Cox. No good. A foul on the floor. It's going to be on Nevaeh Majors.
She looked like she tackled the Lady Bulldog. I didn't see which number.
I didn't either. It looked like she was just kind of set an up screen there to give Madison Cox some room to shoot the 3 ball. And yeah, she just kind of ran right through that screen.
Well, I would like to know how many blocked shots there has been in this game. It seems like every time we're on the floor on defense, there's a blocked shot somewhere.
Oh, man, what a finish there from Kastner, but they're going to call the foul on the court. That's the 4th foul for the Lady Bulldogs. One more will put Bryan in the bonus. Of course, the first period is almost at its end. They get the ball into Katie Farrell.
Wow.
She throws up a shot on the right side. A lot of contact, no foul call.
Every time the ball is underneath the rim on either side, there's a lot of contact both ways.
Jervis kind of slowing things down here. They may be taking the last shot, Daniel. Well, backdoor cut there from Cox. The 17-footer is no good there from
Still
Mackenzie
5
Himes.
seconds left. Wow.
Majors using her speed to push up the floor. Takes the long 3-ball. A good effort there, but
short.
All for naught. After one period of basketball here in Dayton, Tennessee, your Lions leading 19-12. We'll be back just shortly. We're back here for this Bryan College basketball broadcast. After one period of basketball, Union trailing 19-12.
Grayson, I feel like I finally have my feet underneath me. I kind of know what's going on. I know who we're playing now, so that's good.
Well, usually
a little bit of chaos there at the beginning, so we apologize for that.
Yeah, absolutely. I feel like I've kind of done a disservice here commentating here in the first period of basketball because it was so hectic. Blocked there by Gracie Jervis. She says no ma'am to Alyssa Molaski. Long pass up the court from Jervis to Uphoff. Poked away. Off of Uphoff's hand. Great defense there from Alyssa Molaski.
It's right there in front of the Lady Lions bench. That kind of fired up some of the girls on the bench. Maybe that'll translate over to the court for the people on the court right now. Put a little spark in the offense.
Yeah, absolutely. Hennessy going to hand it off to Kastner, pushing towards the top of the key. She's going to drive with the left hand, lays it up.
Here we go.
No good, but a foul on the shot. We'll put her at the charity stripe for 2.
I was also wondering how long it would, how much contact would have to be made for there to start being foul calls, even both ways. There was a lot of contact in that first quarter underneath the basket.
Yeah, just there was foul calls, just not on the shot, which is when I thought they were warranted most.
Yeah.
That extends the lead to 8:20-12 in this young second period. Kastner goes 1 for 2 at the line, but almost another offensive rebound. Just out of the grips of Samantha Russell. Long pass up the court, and I think it nailed Coach Gabe Johnson.
Hope he didn't eat before this.
On its way out of bounds. It looked like Gracie Jervis there was trying to get it to Uphoff, and Uphoff really just kind of let the ball go out of bounds.
Yeah, I guess so. Look, I'm wondering if Alyssa Molaski tipped that ball and it kind of deflected it a little bit towards her coach.
Who knows, but they gave the ball back to Bryan.
I don't think he'll be too upset about it. Oh, okay.
The left-handed hook shot from Kastner is no good. They're going to call it out of bounds on Alyssa Molaski, so it gives the ball back to Union College. He looks to be fine down there, Daniel.
Oh, yeah, I think he's okay. He might be slightly embarrassed. There's a couple rows of students here down there for the starting a student section. I imagine that will probably grow before the
block party started there from Caitlin Hennessy.
I don't even remember what I was just talking about.
I don't mean to interrupt you, Daniel, but that was
fine.
Impressive.
The student section that's down there kind of gave him a little chuckle, and his feelings might be hurt, but his stomach's probably not. So It's all good.
Intercepted there from Caitlin Hennessy. She has a wide-open fast break. What a move from Hennessy. Wow.
She's doing it all right now.
Blocks it on one end of the floor and finishes at the other. 10-point basketball game. Jervis up the court for Union. Russell guarding, swings it over to Cox. Looks like Cox took one too many steps before she passes it back to Bryan.
Grayson, I would love to know how long it's been since the Lady Bulldogs have scored. They've been at 12 points for
it's been a while.
6-7 minutes now, maybe?
It definitely dates back to the first period because
absolutely.
it was 18-12 at one point. What a
Wow,
find there
great
from
find.
Mulaski. Katie
finish
Farrell
by
finishes.
Katie.
Doubling the points of Union is Bryan, 24-12 now.
Grayson, you talked about it earlier, letting the Lady Lions get into like a transition, fast break kind of offense, and they could beat probably anybody in the nation. We're seeing that right now.
There it is once again.
Wow.
Kastner intercepts the ball once again. She goes to the left side and finishes on the left side.
Just like that, man, the Lady Lions have jumped out ahead. 14-point lead right now.
Yeah, 26-12 with just under 8 minutes left in the first half. Daniel, let's stay here for just one moment. We've gotten settled in up here. Like we said, it was there was some chaos as we came in here, and usually I try to get here about 20-30 minutes before tip-off, talk to both of the coaches, get a feel for the game, get settled in up here. There was none of that, today. We're throwing until about 4:45, just so the listeners can get a personal view of what our lives look like.
I mean, I could post my Google Calendar online if anybody who's even watching this would like to see it. I'm not saying like, oh, I'm way too busy, but I do have a lot of things to do, and so I mean, we are, like you talked about earlier, we are students here. We're not paid professionals, that's for sure.
Yeah, maybe we can get in a little bit more to kind of the personal life here at Bryan for our listeners here in just a moment. Maybe we'll do that at halftime, Daniel.
Absolutely. I would love to.
Basketball swinging around the perimeter. Brock dribbling to her right side, finds Jervis there, going to continue to swing it. Fakes the shot, moves in for the 15-footer, no good. Rebound King, she finishes up on the right side.
Grayson, I'm gonna try to find how long it was between their last basket and the one they just had a moment ago.
Samantha Russell is wide open, top of the key, three ball, good! 29-14. 7:15 left in the first half. Top of the key, moving to the right side now are the Union Bulldogs. Up off there, swinging it to the corner. The three ball, no good, just long, back iron. Rebound Russell. Up the court, Hennessy, long pass up to Kastner. Fouled on the way up. So she'll have two shots at the free throw line. Of course, Daniel, number one, Destiny Kastner is a key player for us tonight. She's averaging 14.6 points per game with 7.3 rebounds per game. Of course, we mentioned the AAC Player of the Week. Huge accolade not only for her, but for the Bryan College Lady Lions anytime you can have a player recognized in that way.
Absolutely.
The first shot of two is up and is good. Rattles home from the back rim. To extend the lead to 17, all around the rim, and it falls in good. 31-14, just under 7 left in the first half of basketball action here in Dayton.
Grayson, I did a little fact checking. Before the basket a few minutes ago, the made layup, the last shot they made was a three-point basket with 4:18 to go in the first quarter.
Wow.
So almost, when was the next one?
It was almost 8 minutes.
Come back up here to the second quarter.
6 to 8 minutes there. Stolen. Going the other way. Hennessy with the spin move. She goes up for the shot. A lot of contact there down low. So she'll have two free ones as well.
It wasn't until 7:46 in the second quarter that they made their next shot.
Wow.
So almost 7 minutes.
7 minutes,
almost 7 minutes and some change maybe. That's insane to me.
That's something the Lady Lions, I actually had the opportunities. The first one is no good there from Hennessy. I had the opportunity, Daniel, to talk to Coach Johnson at length the other day in the cafeteria, and I just got the opportunity to kind of hear his motivations behind this season. And what a rebound there from Russell, but she just loses a handle on it, going the other way. But I had a chance to kind of talk about his motivations and desires for this season, and one of the things he really wanted to teach his players was just how to improve, not only as an individual, but just as a team. He's tried to improve the team culture. Offensive foul there from Sierra Uphoff going the other way now. Bryan basketball. But he's tried to improve on the team culture. He's tried to improve on just kind of their different basketball sets offensively and defensively. Just trying to really teach kind of some of the nuances of the basketball game to these ladies, and I think he's done a really good job here in his first season of coaching.
Yeah, that's I always do this every time I commentate with you. I'm bringing up Tennessee football. When it was 2 years ago yesterday that we fired Jeremy Pruitt as the football coach, and just,
three-ball good from Destiny Kastner. She continues to impress.
In just that quick 2-year span, I mean, we had a great season this year, beat Clemson in the Orange Bowl, and I remember probably the first month Coach Heupel was the coach there. They talked about the big culture change that happened. One day after practice, they played dodgeball together. It was just a very much needed culture change, and you see how that affects not only off the court things or off the field things, but on and off the court.
Oh, absolutely.
Or field.
Great putback there from Mackenzie Himes. Of course, she's one of our key players for Union. Alyssa Mulaski just loses a handle on it. Going the other way is Union. Swinging it around. There's a lot of space there on the perimeter. She finally takes the three ball.
Wow.
This one rattles home. That's Summer Parton from Pineville, Kentucky.
A couple big shots there for Union, and a couple just unfortunate plays on offense. Wow, great fight.
Wow,
there.
Out of nowhere comes Tori Brooks for two.
They're pressing right now, and Alyssa Mulaski's doing a good job. Caitlin Hennessy's doing a good job of looking up the court. It's kind of hard when somebody's in your face the whole time, but when they're looking around, wow, great
stolen away from Samantha Russell. The one-on-one fast break up with the right hand, no good, but foul there at the low block. So she'll have 2 free throws to extend this lead.
It's just, this is crazy to me how it's almost like every pass is getting intercepted or tipped or flying over hitting Coach Johnson in the stomach or something like that. It's just a wild start to the game.
I think it speaks to 2 things, Daniel. One, I think it speaks to, unfortunately, just the struggles of Union. They've struggled to get anything going offensively all season long. It's kind of proven to be the same way here in this game here at Summers Gymnasium, but I also think it's one to speak that, and this is something I got the chance to talk to Coach Johnson about earlier this week, is that the AAC as a whole has gotten a lot tougher.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
So I think it speaks to, I mean, Union's 3-12 in conference, and just from what we've seen, Daniel, I don't think they're that bad of a basketball team.
Absolutely. They're playing, again, they're playing really scrappy defense especially, and that's what intramural 5-on-5 start tonight. And that's what I want my team to do. When I go out there on the court, I might not be the most skilled person. Well, I know I won't be the most skilled, but I can be the most scrappy if I need to be.
Both of these teams giving it their all. Hennessy up the court, splitting defenders, spinning around. Majors in the corner, driving center court. They're in the paint. Kicks it back out to Hennessy.
It slows down the offense a little bit.
Hennessy with the hesitation. Going up the right hand, no good. Foul there once again on the shot. So a couple of more free throws.
Every play there is just somebody hitting the floor hard or getting hit by somebody or getting tackled. And maybe I am talking about football.
Reagan King, the 6'1" center from Pineville, Kentucky, checks back into the game for Union. The first of 2 free throws is good. If you hear Daniel or I sniffing and snotting up here, we've kind of been dealing with this sinus infection. We've passed back and forth to each other.
Grayson blames me just because we're suite mates and we live pretty close to each other. He blames me for that. But
what a move from Samantha Russell.
I don't think he's taking into effect that the weather changes every other day in Dayton, Tennessee, or just in Tennessee in general. Last week, I'm not even kidding, at the beginning of the week, it was about 60 degrees, and then Thursday it snowed on the hill. And so He blames me, but I'm just not going to accept the blame.
Mackenzie Himes loses the basketball off her foot there at the baseline, so it goes back to Bryan College. A timeout on the floor, and with that, let's talk a little bit about this sickness, Daniel. So for the listeners at home, comment there on the YouTube channel, or tweet us at Bryan Athletics. If someone comes into your room and you're not sick, and they are sick, and then a couple days later you're sick, would you or would you not blame it on that person? So just get
Grace. Well, here,
wherever you're listening,
before you start tweeting, before you start commenting,
go ahead and tweet Bryan Athletics, and we'll check in on your answers a little later.
Or think about this, Grayson. Did you go outside any last week?
No. Never.
Okay, that makes sense. All you do is sit in your room.
Never.
That's all you do.
Never.
Telling people you're busy. All you do is sit in your room. You sit on a throne of lies. You smell like meat and cheese. It's not even Christmas. I will always quote Buddy the Elf.
That's funny. Back to basketball here. Katie Farrell, baseline, working on her defender. Stripped away. Good play there from Mackenzie Himes. Up the court is Union. Morgan Blakely defended there by Russell. Swinging it across the perimeter. Working through their offensive set. Great lob pass
that was a great
up
pass
to Mackenzie Himes there from Gracie Jervis. Can't finish at the hoop, but she'll get fouled on the way up. So she has 2 free throws.
She put it where only her teammate could get it, and that was a great pass.
Well, Mackenzie Himes, the 6-foot forward/center from Mount Vernon, Kentucky. Both her and Reagan King definitely have a size advantage out here.
Oh, absolutely. I wouldn't want to guard them.
First one is no good from Himes. The second one from Himes is up and all around, no good as well. Up the court, Nevaeh Majors crosses the equator. Tori Brooks thinks about taking the deep 3 ball. She tries to get it to the middle there to Russell, can't find her. Kristen Fan there for the 12-foot jumper, up and good.
It's like Katie Farrell's hurt. Looks like it happened on the last play. She didn't get over the half-court line.
I didn't see what happened, Daniel. Did you?
I didn't catch it. I looked up and saw her kind of bent over on the defensive side of the court, on that side of half court. So I hope she's okay.
Good shot there from Kristen Fan. Extends the lead 42-19. Gracie Jervis trying to find anybody. Finds Blakely finally. She drives in. Uncontrolled shot, no good. Pushing it up the court are the Lady Lions. Tori Brooks driving, gets it stripped away from her. Number 25, Blakely up the court. Setting this offense up is Gracie Jervis. The handoff there to Madison Cox, back to Jervis in the corner. Kristen Fan guarding. Swinging it around the perimeter. They find King at the low block. King finishes for 2.
Great find there.
Beautiful offensive set there from Union. Majors back up the court on the other side, driving baseline.
Wow,
Tiptoes
great find.
the line and finds Tori Brooks for 3.
Oh, wow.
No good.
Grayson Nevaeh just ran by pretty much every Lady Bulldog that was trying to guard her, which created a mismatch for Tori Brooks. Unfortunately, just missed the shot, but that was great offensive scheme right there, even if it wasn't kind of intended to be that way.
Reagan King tries to finish at the rim once again, can't get it over Kastner. Majors gets it to Russell, the 3 ball,
boom.
Good!
There's a 3.
Nothing but nylon that time, Daniel. That extends the lead 45-21. Just 1 minute and 20 seconds left in the first half. Gracie Jervis slowly taking the ball up the court. Gets it over to Cox near the NAI logo. The jab step to the right. The drive to the left, kicks it back out to Jervis for 3 on line, but no good. The hook shot there from Cox, no good as well.
It's her best Kareem Abdul-Jabbar impression.
Majors back up the court, getting the play from Coach Gabe Johnson there at the sideline. Slowing things down here, 50 seconds remain in this first half of basketball. Kastner has a look, she drives right, steps back for the 12-footer, good. Beautiful
what is it they
play
say in
there.
Top Gun? Put on the brakes and they'll slide right by or something. Something like that in Top Gun.
I believe you.
Yeah, we'll go with that. That's what Kasner did right there. She just stopped. The Lady Bulldogs kept running right by her, and she put it up for 2.
King there, top of the key, swinging around to the corner is Madison Cox there at the corner. Back out to Jervis, top of the key. 18 seconds remain in the first half. Blakely looking for some room off the screen. Gracie Jervis takes the shot up, and that was somewhat controlled by the student section. She thought 1 second was left on the clock.
I think they confused her just slightly. Samantha
Russell, the
Russell,
wide open three, good!
right before the half to get to half a hundo.
Flaming in here. She is on fire in the first half. And that concludes the first half of basketball action. After 20 minutes of basketball, Lions leading 50-21, have more than doubled the Union Bulldogs score. They've come out here to impress the home crowd here this evening. We're going to take a short break. We'll be back for some halftime statistics and analysis here from yours truly, Daniel Cox. Stay tuned. We're back here at Summers Gymnasium. Daniel Cox and Grayson Whaley bringing you tonight's broadcast here in Dayton, Tennessee. This has been a good one so far, especially if you're a Bryan College fan. The Lady Lions leading 50-21 after 20 minutes of basketball. They still have another half to go. So after one half, they're leading by 29 points. Daniel, who's made the difference?
Definitely Samantha Russell for the Lady Lions. She's got 23 points already, which would be beating Union right now if she was playing by herself. I don't think you can highlight anybody else as quickly as you could Samantha Russell. Also, I do want to highlight Caitlin Hennessy. She's only got 7 points so far, but 2 blocks, 5 rebounds. She's had some great transition moments, getting the ball up the floor, finding open people. Because Union is running the press, they've started running the they've been running the press pretty much the whole game, and she's done a great job kind of helping spread the love around and spread the basketball around like that.
Yeah, absolutely. If you look at her stat line, Daniel, she's got, as you mentioned, 7 points, 5 boards, but she almost fills every other statistical line there. She's got
absolutely.
3 assists, 2 steals, 2 blocks. I mean, the girl does it all.
She's playing all around basketball right now. And again, it's not at all about points. I'm sure any basketball coach would tell you that. But I'm sure she'll add to her 7-point total in this next half if she even needs to play. I would love to see a lot of the younger girls get in there and play. People who have not gotten as much time this year, I would love to see some different names out there that we'd be talking about for maybe the first time this season.
Yeah, absolutely. So that's the Bryan side of things. Of course, we highlighted a couple players for Union, one of them being Mackenzie Himes, and she's definitely made the difference. She's made the impact, at least, for Union, Daniel.
Yeah, Madison Cox coming off the bench also. She's got 6 points, but definitely Mackenzie Himes, one of the highlighted players at the start of the game, has probably been Union's best offensive player. I can't say much about defense. There's maybe the way you judge Union's best defensive players, like who's fouled the least, who's not bleeding out of their arms and legs from hitting the ground so much.
Credit to Bryan, though, because unlike some of their other games, they have really shot the ball well in this one. You know, I talked to not so much in the first quarter. Well, yeah, the first quarter.
The first quarter, but look at that. Look at the field goal percentage in the second quarter alone. 78.6%, 11 of 14. That is that will win you a basketball game in one quarter right there. Shot 80% from beyond the arc compared to 33% in the first.
Well, yeah, just to put things into perspective on top of what you're saying, Daniel, it was only a 7-point basketball game after the first period.
Yeah. And
here we have it. It's a 29-point basketball game after only 10 more minutes.
Absolutely. It was wild for sure. Union only had 9 points total in the second quarter, and Bryan had 31. That's just crazy. Great on both ends of the floor. I'm sure Union came out with a little intensity, a little adrenaline in that first quarter, and things kind of settled down. Kind of like we did, you know. We came in here on 2 wheels.
Yeah.
Adrenaline was pumping, and then we settled into it a little bit better.
The adrenaline wasn't pumping as much as my lungs were. I mean, just trying to do PA after running like half a mile within the Woodley dormitory.
I was about to call down there to the training room and get you some oxygen.
There was a point.
Bring oxygen up here. Bring it for him,
There was
please.
a point where I was like, "Don't buckle your legs. You may literally pass out while you're reading this." So, I mean,
it would be bad. I'm not equipped to take over for you if you passed out. So you better not.
Bryan fans, I've been trying to kind of coerce maybe that's not the right word, Daniel, into taking over this broadcast thing. We're going to get a little bit more personal. We've kind of analyzed this game. It's a 29-point basketball game, so it's at this point a blowout. So Daniel, let's talk a little bit more about ourselves. These people, they have to listen to us every time they turn on the television.
Absolutely.
So let's tell them a little bit about ourselves. So first, I'll get us started here. My name is Grayson Whaley. I'm a history secondary education major here at Bryan. I'm a senior, so this is my 4th year here on the Hill in Dayton, Tennessee. And let's just kind of maybe lay out some of the things that we like about Bryan, some of the things that drew us here. Daniel, this is one of the commonalities of the Bryan, I'd say the Bryan experience is community.
Absolutely.
And that's just one thing that almost from everyone I've heard, there's not a girl that's on the court I can say that I don't at least know their name. You know, it's a close-knit.
And not just because you commentate either.
Right, exactly.
You see them on campus.
It's a close-knit community. I like that. I can talk to someone one day and then I can actually see them the next day. The people here at Bryan are incredible. And I can tell you story after story of professors going out of their way to influence, mentor, make an impact in the lives of the students. Just a couple examples. One of the professors here at Bryan I actually do weekly discipleship with. I meet on a weekly basis with him and just talk about life, some of the things that are going on, some of my struggles, some of praises. And then another example that comes to my mind is I've been dating this girl named Hannah for about, I guess, almost coming in on almost 2 years, and
don't get that wrong.
She's she's actually staying with a former professor. So just she's living with a former professor. So it's just the community, the experience as far as the close knitness of the people here, and it's not just within your peers. It's professors, administration. There's not really a faceless person on campus.
Absolutely.
Every name has a face to it here, and it's definitely one of the things that's special about Bryan. So that's enough about me, Daniel. I'm sure they're interested to hear about what's going on in your life.
I highly doubt that. But I am Daniel Cox. I guess I would be a sophomore here. This is my second year here, probably in the classroom. I'm a junior, did some dual enrollment in high school. But I got here a year and a little bit more than a half ago. Yeah. I play baseball here. I'm a biblical and theological studies major. And so with that comes a lot of reading and writing and trying to learn Hebrew and try to not fail all your Greek classes and things like that. But I would say what kind of drew me to Bryan, I started looking at colleges around the area. And, of course, I'm from Cleveland, Tennessee, so Lee University is a big one. Wasn't super crazy about going to Lee University just because I think for me, college, I kind of wanted to explore somewhere else.
Yeah.
I'd seen every part of Lee's campus
right.
and because I've lived there. But when I started looking around, I had the opportunity to come up here for a baseball showcase weekend, I guess. I guess that would be a good word or name for it. And before the tour even started, or before the game even started that day, before our workout started, the baseball coaches talked to us. Coach McCauley specifically, I remember, talked to us about kind of what it means to be a Bryan Lion. And, of course, you're thinking, well, yeah, that's cool. And then I find out that so many of the coaches and so many of the administrators and professors and faculty and staff members went here as students. That stuck out to me the most. I thought, okay, these people wouldn't come back if they didn't love their time here.
Right.
These people wouldn't come back if they didn't think Bryan College was a special place. And so that really stuck out to me, seeing kind of the turnaround in that of, hey, I went here as a student, and when I got the opportunity to come back, I was really excited, and I did. And so that kind of perked my ears up a little bit, I guess would be a good way of saying it. And we went on kind of a tour around campus. We saw everything because, I mean, it's not a big campus at all. I did the baseball workout. We played our game. We did our drills and things like that. And I went home, and I told my parents, I said, look, I was like, even if I don't get to go play baseball, I would probably really enjoy going to Bryan College. I kind of decided that Bryan was somewhere I was really going to consider even before the baseball opportunity really came about. And so thankfully, a week or two later, I talked to the coaches, and they offered me a scholarship to come play baseball. So it was just like God was opening every door that not really I'd asked for that to happen. I actually remember I played at a travel ball tournament here when I was 14 or 15, and my mom was like, man, I don't know how you would get around that campus, like the hills all the time. She was like, I don't like the field. It's down there in the bowl. Later we find out that I'm going to go to Bryan College.
That's funny.
And now, I mean, my mom and dad they love it every time they get to come up here. But it's just funny how full circle that was. It was kind of like, it's not what I really thought of, but now it's everything that I've hoped for. Almost being through 2 years.
Yeah, so one thing I think neither one of us really hit on much, and I was thinking about it as you were talking, is just really the Christ-centered experience. This is a private Christian institution, and sometimes, especially in today's culture, that has turned into kind of in a name-only basis, but this is truly a Christ-centered experience here. Both Daniel and I have loved our experience here, and of course we are honored to be doing this commentating gig as well. It's been a blast as we continue through this game.
Absolutely.
A blocking foul is going to be called there on Alyssa Mulaski, so the ball will remain in the hands of Union College. Haley Brock finally finds someone, and it's Gracie Jervis manning this offense here in the second half as well. Jervis catches the screen from Himes. The pick and roll action. Himes shoots it basically out of bounds, and just going to give it to Bryan.
Awkward. I don't want to say exchange. Awkward shot, maybe. It was kind of like it was blocked, but number 32 for Union kept shooting the ball, so
yeah,
it would be for us in a way. Oh wow, great
what a play there! A power dribble on the other side of the basket, up and in for Katie Farrell.
Katie said, "I'm just going to slide over and use my left hand. I like that better." Also glad she's back on the floor. Looks maybe in a little bit of pain.
I don't know if she just kind of cramped up there on one of her legs or twisted a knee or what, but good to see her back on the floor, as you said. Swinging around the perimeter. Himes dishing it out. Continue to swing it around. 6 seconds on the clock. Picked off by Russell. Sending it the other way. Hennessy up the court just across the equator. Alyssa Mulaski wide open for three.
Boom!
Good.
That was a deep three right there, too.
55-21 now. Jervis finally inbounds it to Brock. Takes the ball back. Crosses the midway point. Russell guarding Jervis. Jervis neglects to take the screen from Himes. Swinging it around the perimeter. There's up off the 18-foot shot. Just long, no good. Rebound Russell. Hennessy back up the court. An extra pass to Alyssa Mulaski from the same exact spot.
Wow.
Good.
I think that's a drawn-up play that Coach Johnson has at halftime he got on the whiteboard and said, all right, hey, this is what we're going to do. We're going to do it 2 times in a row. It's going to work both times.
I'm sure he'd like to take the credit.
We'll give him credit.
Yeah, we'll give him credit. He may not
as far as
we're
concerned, he came up with that play. So.
Jervis steps in, takes the 18-footer, no good.
Now, if they run it 3 times in a row, we really will have to give him credit.
No, instead Alyssa Mulaski's going to cut back door.
Wow.
Good.
8 straight points for Alyssa Mulaski in probably a span of 45 seconds, maybe.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Swinging around is Jervis. There in the corner is Brock. Up off there on the far side near the AAC logo. Gets it back off to Jervis. Jervis to the right side, tipped by Russell. Goes to the corner. Sierra Uphoff trying to get out of trouble. Tipped out of bounds from Samantha Russell, so with only 2 seconds left on the shot clock, it'll still be Union basketball. Couple substitutions coming in for Union. Looks like it's going to be number 25, Morgan Blakely, and number 15, Madison Cox. As mentioned before, only 2 seconds to get a shot off here.
Oh, wow.
Back door, they have a shot. Just not connected. The clock goes off, but she hit the rim, so the shot clock should have reset there.
I think when the shot clock went off, it almost kind of scared the Lady, well, both the Lady Bulldogs and the Lady Lions. I think they just kind of stopped for a minute, like, okay, you're gonna fix that, or
the foul was called on the floor or on the shot there. Blakely goes to the line, misses the first one of 2. Looks like Tori Brooks is going to check into the scorer's table. If the shot is made, she'll come in, and it is made, so she'll be subbing in. Looks like she's going to be subbing in for Katie Farrell. So the sophomore substitutes the freshman off the court. Looks like the Bulldogs going to press once again.
Oh, wow.
A lot of contact there. No call. Blakely
Tackled
on the
the
right
quarterback
side
there.
of the court. Gets it to Russell. Russell looking to split defenders and is fouled near center court.
I think Union said, we'll just get right up in your face that they're probably not super happy with losing 60-24. I would probably be the same way.
36-point basketball game here, and there's still a lot of time left. 60-24, 6:48 remaining in the third period. Looks like maybe a shot clock issue. I'm not exactly sure what the confusion
I'm not
on the
really
court
sure.
is.
They're calling, I don't know.
They get it into Brooks, back out to Russell. Russell trying to get it up the court to Brooks. She does. Pokes it back out there to Hennessy. Hennessy finds Kastner in the corner.
All the way across the court.
A lot of ball movement here.
Wow.
Russell to Hennessy.
Back
Hennessy
to
to Kastner in the corner. Up and
Boom!
good! Money from the corner
They're
and Kastner.
flying all around the court right now.
That extends the lead to 39 points here in Dayton, Tennessee.
Wow.
Jervis up the court. Cox in the corner. Trying to drive baseline. She pokes it back out to Jervis. Jervis back to Cox. She thinks about it, steps to the side, takes the three ball of herself. No good. Rebound. Bulldogs up
Wow.
for two. A lot of contact there. I thought Mackenzie Himes might have drawn the foul, but no whistle.
That will be counted as another Caitlin Hennessy block. Also, we were talking about her at halftime, just lighting up the entire the stat line, really, of everything.
There it is once again, another steal from Caitlin Hennessy. Lady Lions
Wow.
spreading out the floor. What a move from Hennessy, and she just cannot finish
Just
at the
off
rim.
the side of the rim. Wow.
Looks like Caitlin Hennessy, coming off of an injury here at the beginning of the season, is kind of getting back into a groove here. (64-24). The second one of two is up and good. Extends the lead to 41 points here. But still 15 minutes and 57 seconds left in this contest.
Grayson, I think we'll really see how good of basketball analysts we are. With this big of a lead, you kind of just have to make up stuff to talk about. We talk about the color of the ball. We can talk about the
It does appear to be a
shape
little bit
of
more red than it
That's
used
what
to.
I was thinking, honestly.
Must be why you brought it up.
Yeah, exactly. That's how good of an analyst I am, you know. Just loving basketball.
Literally. Just the basketball.
Yeah, just the basketball, yeah. Oh.
Kickball violation there on Tori Brooks. She just
sign her up for soccer,
yeah,
hey?
just sticks a foot out there like a right back would.
Hope they got a picture of that somehow. That'd be kind of cool.
Gets it into Blakely. Hands it off to Jervis. Around the perimeter are the Bulldogs.
Oh, wow.
Good pass there,
Nope.
but better defense there from the Lions. Nevaeh Major's going to check in for Caitlin Hennessy.
Oh. I think
Kastner was wide open
she
at
almost,
the other end of the floor.
I think the Union thought that she was checking out of the game also. There's Tori.
Tori Brooks for three. Long
just
ball,
short.
no good. I
Staying
think
down
that
there.
one was off the
Yeah.
foot of Gracie Jervis.
Yeah.
Lions basketball. Alyssa Mulaski going to inbound the basketball for the Lady Lions. Gets it into Samantha Russell here in the near side corner. Moves it toward the middle as Majors nearly gets it stripped away from Uphoff. Crosses over, gets it out to Russell. Russell to Brooks.
Whoa.
Brooks driving, and that's going to be a blocking foul on Sierra Uphoff. And Uphoff kind of giving some rebuttal to the referee here.
Probably not going to win that argument.
No.
You can either call a blocking foul or you can call targeting.
At the end of the day, none of us will win an argument with the referee.
I was about to say they're always right.
They're the final say. Hands it off to Kastner. Kastner driving middle. Kind of stops near the elbow.
Oh, wow, what a
find
dish
from Kastner to Alyssa Mulaski. Mulaski throws it out of bounds off of Reagan King, so basketball will remain in the paws of the Lady Lions.
Ooh, I like that one. Pause. Because we're Lions. I get it.
Brooks gets it to Majors. Majors driving middle with her speed.
Oh,
Loses
wow.
the handle on it, but Gracie Jervis just cannot pick it up.
That Luke Combs song, when it rains, it pours. I think Union understands that right now. Nothing's going right for them.
Only 1 second on the shot clock. They get it
And
up,
it-
and
wow.
in. Good.
Wow.
Like you said, nothing is going right for Union. They only had 1 second to shoot the ball. That's all it took.
You only had to play defense for 1 second and couldn't figure it out.
Backdoor cut from Cox off the hand of Destiny Kastner. Basketball will stay in the possession of the Bulldogs. Haley Brock, the 5'10 forward from Science Hill, Kentucky, is going to check back into the ball game for the Lady Bulldogs. Reagan King at the elbow, gets it to Brock at the other elbow. Russell guarding. A bounce pass here to Cox near side. Finds Blakely at the middle, guarded by Mulaski. Backdoor cut is Cox, the 18-foot shot off the backboard, no good. Rebound King. Cox thinks about it, she drives. Back out to Brooks, or Brock rather.
Nope.
Tipped
around.
around.
Wow.
Kastner finally gets the steal. The 3-on-2 fast break. Stolen away from Kastner. Good defensive play there from Madison Cox.
Jeez. Cox snuck
Cox
up right behind
wide
her.
open three ball all around the rim, but just doesn't fall. No good. 4 minutes left in the third period. 67-24. Lions leading. Coach Johnson going to slow things down here for his Lady Lions.
I was going to say, I think Coach Johnson wants things to slow down. It's a little bit difficult when Union's still pressing. Wow.
What a drive there from Majors. Just can't finish at the hoop. King gets it to Brock. Brock going to cross the midway point. And there's Cox, top of the key. Up off, far side corner, guarded by Tori Brooks. Blakely, top of the key. Cox, near side corner, finally swinging around the perimeter. She takes an unwarranted shot with 6 seconds left on the clock.
I think our
I think once
student
again, our
section, student section had that one. That one's all credit down there to Carson and Cooper Ruling. Looks like they're leading it tonight. Give them a little shout out.
A lot of laughs out of the Bryan student
I was
bodies.
going to say they're having themselves a good time with a little laugh down there.
I don't think our Lady Lions need any help at this point in the game, though.
No, it's just for fun. Wow.
Majors finds Kastner in the corner. Oh. No good.
Hit every part of the rim and did not go in.
Up off up the floor. Summer Parton back into this game. She's not had a ton of playing time so far, but what better time to get her some right now?
Absolutely.
Up off in the corner, guarded by Majors. There's Parton, near side wing.
I'm honestly surprised some of our starters are still in the game right now.
They don't get the shot off, and it didn't take the student section reminding them of the shot clock for that to happen.
Yeah, I was going to say, I think they probably wish the student section would have yelled a little bit.
Yeah, really.
On that one.
43-point basketball game here with just under 2.5 minutes left in the third period. Majors is driving. Russell wide open, top of the key. Three ball, good. Daniel, let's get a point total on Samantha Russell. She has been on fire tonight.
I can do that thanks to my BC Lions Athletics app.
Yeah, good reminder.
A little
there.
Shameless plug to throw in there. You
absolutely.
can go ahead and tell them about that.
Yeah, if you're a Bryan fan, you must get the Bryan Athletics app on your phone. It's accessible and downloadable for both iPhone and Android users. Just look up Bryan Lions in the App Store. Download it. You'll find scoreboard, rosters, teams, schedules, anything you'd like there at the Bryan Athletics app.
Because we're not super fancy, that's what we use up here. And so Samantha Russell has 26 points.
Paul fires a three ball, no good. Rebound, Farrell.
Destiny Kastner is now up to 13. Alyssa Mulaski had 10, and 8 of them were in about 45 seconds. Caitlin Hennessy's at 9 points now, but she has 6 rebounds, 6 assists. It doesn't show blocks on here. I'm sure I could find it out, though.
Let's put Hennessy back in the game and go for the unprecedented quadruple double.
Quadruple double.
Tori Brooks
she would
driving
have to,
middle. A lot of contact there, no call.
She got a quadruple double.
NIL deal coming.
Yeah, maybe Drip or Harmony House Coffee. Either of those might sign her to an NIL deal.
Maybe McDonald's because I'm loving it.
Yeah. Oh wow. That's kind of cheesy, Grace. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, I love McDonald's, so I don't mind.
That sounds so good right now. I'm looking around the gym and I see Little Caesars. I see Zaxby's. Oh.
Faith Simmons going to be checked into the game for the Lady Lions.
I'm going to go ahead and give Faith Simmons' dad another shout-out. I heard he's we talked about this last time. He's a fan of mine and Grayson's, so I've been informed at least.
They're few and far between.
Yeah, exactly. Most people just keep us on mute during the game. But Van Simmons, if you're listening tonight or if you listen back to this, we appreciate you. We think the world of you also. So here, we want to give you a shout-out for not keeping us on mute on your TV or your phone when you watch the Lady Lions or just the plain Lions. Not plain. The plain Lions?
Maybe the men.
The men. I don't want to say the men Lions. That sounds dumb, but now I feel dumb because I'm talking about it.
Tori Brooks' 3 ball in the corner is good. It appears that Faith Simmons might have caught an elbow there on the screen. And she's in some pain there on the far sideline.
Looks like there's some blood on the floor.
Daniel, you and I both know that Faith Simmons is a very tough girl. So
I was about to say, if
she's down in pain,
stop for a minute. Yeah. It's a big deal. I think she might, honestly, knowing Faith, she was probably trying to wipe it off and not let anybody see it, and so that she could keep playing. Looks like that's what she's going to do, I guess.
I think it was her eye. It looks like
yeah.
it's her
Yeah,
left
looks
eye.
Like, yeah.
I was afraid it might have been
right above her eye, yeah. Nosebleeds, and when you're warmed up and ready to go, yeah, you're not going to.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks like her left eye.
You can see her up here. That's going to be a black eye, I think.
Ow.
And Cox just gets the shot off and nearly makes it the buzzer of the third period. So after 3 periods of basketball action here in Dayton, Tennessee, your Lady Lions leading 73-24 after a long period of basketball. We're going to go to a short break. Stay tuned for the 4th and final period of this contest. We'll be back. We're back here for the 4th and final period of action. 73-24, Lady Lions leading. Daniel, Union had, 12 of their 24 points just in the first period?
Yeah.
They've only had 12 points in the other 2
then.
periods.
Yeah.
Rebound Farrell, she goes up and is fouled on the way up, and that'll give a chance to extend this already large lead. Yeah, so Union scored 12 points to Bryan's 19 in the first period, and they scored 9 in the second period. So
wow.
They only scored 3 then.
They scored 3 in the third period.
Wow.
Maybe they'll score 4 in the fourth.
Man, that's a
quarter,
rough go.
Yeah.
That has to be for what's already been a tough season for Union. I mean, barring the biggest comeback in lady basketball history, it looks like they're going to go to 3-13 on the season in conference. So already a tough season for Union. To kind of come out here and just get beat this way has to be a little disheartening on their side.
You'd love to see something kind of positive that they could take from this, other than their hustle, their grit.
Stolen away there from Majors. Up the court is Majors. Up for two is Majors. Good. The one who hardly finds the stat sheet because she's a pass-first point guard gets two there.
She's always looking not so much to be the person, like you just alluded to a minute ago. She's not the person that's going to want to light up the scorebook at all. But she is always looking to make that extra pass and play good defense too.
And get it in down low, but trapped by three Lady Lions.
They're just everywhere right now. It was Faith Simmons getting in there. Even she's probably like, I've got another eye. I'm fine. God gave me two of them for a reason. I'm fine. Yeah, don't need my other one.
Inbounding it is Jervis. Gets it to Brock. Nearly stolen away from Fan. And the shot clock is going to expire.
Again. When it rains, it pours, Grayson. It's almost, I don't know. I feel bad for him.
There's just a few times where the Union has just kind of shot themselves in their foot because stuff like shot clock violations, when there's one thing to get a shot clock violation when you're paying attention. And,
from the NAIA logo.
Yeah, that's from like the eye of the NAIA logo. Tori Brooks fires one home for three. But when you're just getting a shot clock violation for merely not paying attention or not being aware, that's just one of those mistakes that just can't happen.
I know you said coach was a first-year coach. I'm sure those are things that he might have been taking this year to kind of evaluate, say, where are we at? Every opportunity like that he has, he's going to say, he's going to kind of write that one down and say, okay, when we start next year preseason, we're gonna be talking about these simple things, kind of go back to the basics, back to the fundamentals.
Yeah, absolutely.
And he's getting to see that now. And he's going to try to change those things, I'm sure.
Sometimes all a first-year coach needs is a good off-season.
Oh, yeah.
And so at least you'll get to see that next year to see if Union improves after this, what's been an unfortunate season if you're a Union Bulldog. A couple starters check out of the game. Marley Montgomery, the guard from Cleveland, Tennessee, and Ashton Estrada, the center from Cleveland, Tennessee, number 45, checking the ball game. Was that who just scored there?
Yes, Ashton just scored there. I'll throw out another kind of shameless plug. We went to high school together, had a couple classes together. She's got a state championship ring also from our sophomore year.
Montgomery pushing it up the floor, finds a good outlet pass to Kristen Fan. Estrada goes up from the left side, no good, too long.
I think the adrenaline got going there, and she just overshot it a little bit.
Jervis here near side wing, working on Montgomery. Long three ball there from Parton, no good. Rebound Bulldogs. Cox stops, passes it out to Parton, back to Cox. Estrada guarding Brock. Center court, 5 seconds on the shot clock. The shot is up, the shot is no good.
Just going to let it play. Yeah,
blocked
let it play.
by Nevaeh Majors.
I think the referees and probably everybody else in the gym okay with it, just letting the clock keep running right here.
Yeah. Estrada goes up for another one. Another basket for Ashton Estrada. 84-24, a 60-point ball game here in Dayton, Tennessee.
Absolutely. Ashton's the kind of girl that she might have 20 points in a basketball game, and she's still just going to be still going to be Ashton the next day or the night of. I saw a video the other day of Nikola Jokic hitting a game winner and then just kind of turning around, walking off the court nonchalantly. Very similar to how Ashton would be. She's doing her thing, and Boom!
A 3-ball there from Marley Montgomery. Young faces pouring it on here on Summers Gymnasium.
It's just flying from everywhere. Still a little bit over 5 minutes left to play. Only 13 from hitting the century mark. Think we're going to do it, Grayson?
I think we could.
Absolutely.
Swinging it around to Cox near the AAC logo. Majors guarding Cox. She goes baseline, crosses over. Going baseline is number 25, Morgan Blakely. She scores for 2, and that's their first point.
Dribbled up the line and stepped back off the line.
Her first points of the fourth period. 87-26, 5:13 remaining in the contest. Montgomery with the left hand. What a find to Ashton Estrada.
Wow.
The reverse layup. My goodness, the dynamic duo of Marley Montgomery and Ashton Estrada.
That Cleveland, Tennessee connection. I don't think Marley went to the same high school as us, but I guess just being from the same area.
Yeah.
You know, or the fact that they're just out there having fun right now.
Yeah, that could be it too. Long 3-ball there from Blakely, no good. Catches nothing but the air. (89-26) with 4:46 remaining in this contest. Kristen Fan bringing it up the court just beyond the midway point. Fan directing the offense. Marley Montgomery off the screen. Samantha Russell, deep 3-ball, no good. Rebound. Still fighting for it. Rebound finally, the Bulldogs get it. Mackenzie Hines there for the rebound, swinging it across the perimeter. There's Madison Cox on the logo. Back across the other way. A bounce pass inside, stolen away from Samantha Russell. Fan up the court to Faith Simmons. Faith Simmons to Montgomery. Montgomery with the pump fake. Back out the Fan, just a bit too long, and it's going to be a backcourt violation.
Grayson, I will say this about Union: they're not letting up any. This is clearly a blowout. Clearly, this game's over. But they're still hustling. They're still number 32, Mackenzie Himes, was down here in the corner a minute ago, and Samantha Russell said, "Help! Trap!" They're still wanting to play basketball. Something definitely admirable about that.
Yeah, you're exactly right. And we talked a little bit earlier about a team culture, and that's a testament to what this team culture is here at Union.
Absolutely. She's a junior, so I'm assuming she will be back next year. And that's definitely something you look for in a team leader, saying, hey, this is the kind of effort and this kind of attitude and energy we want you to bring.
Fan for 3, no good. Back iron, rebound Estrada. A lob pass out to Russell. Russell steps in for the 18-footer, good.
All right, 9 points away, Grayson.
Crosses their 9th decade of scoring, 91-26.
I see what you're doing there. Oh, wow.
A left-handed layup there, no good. But it looks like Mackenzie Himes is going to finish it on the other side. Good. The and one basket. The old. That was a and one,
yeah,
right?
I don't
no
know.
one moved that.
I don't know if anybody knew what was going on
it
right there.
It confused me. I was like, did
a regular and
my
one?
eyes trick me there?
I almost said something. She makes the first one, but that was the only one. So
she completes the old-fashioned three-pointer, 91-29. Hand off to Montgomery, center court. Top of the key, back out to Montgomery. Drives in, floats it up off the backboard, good.
A running floater off the glass.
That once again presses the lead, 93-29. 2:37 remaining in this contest. With a timeout on the floor, we'll take a timeout as well. Stay tuned. We're back for the final 2.5 minutes of this contest. Your Lady Lions leading 93-29. If you're still tuned in, then you're a true fan of one of these teams.
Or you're somebody's mom or dad or grandmother or grandfather.
Yeah, true fan. That's like synonymous, right? With grandmother.
Yeah, basically. You just give them an extra shout out. They kind of got him here in a way. So
Reagan King succeeds on the two-pointer there with the right hand. Going back the other way, the Lions still pressing forward. The two-point layup there from Kristen Fan. 5 points away from the century mark.
If the Lady Lions were flaunting this or rubbing it in, it would be a little different. They're just playing pickup basketball right now. You can't take a shot clock violation every time you walk down the floor, and so.
Madison Cox here near side wing. Stolen away from Marley Montgomery. The foul is going to be called on Madison Cox. Only to add insult to injury here. 1:40 left, 95-31. Majors up the court. Majors gets it out to Fan. Fan for three, no good. Rebound Majors.
It just keeps falling the right way, falling the right direction for the Lady Lions.
Faith Simmons with the right hand, spins around, left hand, going to the right side now, back again, gets it back out to Majors. 5 seconds left on the shot clock. Poked away, but that's going to be a shot clock violation.
I think Nevaeh kind of didn't know what to do. She's not. We talked about that earlier. She's not one to just shoot the ball a whole lot. In that situation, you kind of like, go ahead. Yeah. I mean, get your shots up.
Just under a minute left now. The clock is ticking down. Parton here right side looking for some help. She gets it top of the key. From Taylor Watson out to Parton once again.
Oh, wow.
Blocked by Ashton Estrada. Going to be out of bounds on Faith Simmons.
Faith kind of laughed to the referee there. She had the ball with 1 foot in, 1 foot out of bounds, and just kind of gave it to him like, yeah, no, that was on me.
Inbound pass here to Reagan King. I saw Summer Parton actually look up at the shot clock when all that started.
When the student section started chanting again.
Yeah, she realized there's actually 14 seconds.
I wonder how hard it would be to get a student section microphone down there. That way the listeners could really hear. Oh, wow.
Wow, what a floater there from Madison Cox.
Looks like they're just going to dribble the clock out, do the right thing here.
Yeah, absolutely. There's no shot clock, only 5 seconds and ticking remaining.
That's what
your Lady Lions going to win this one, 95-33.
That was a blowout and a half.
Wow, a 62-point margin is what decides this game. The Lady Lions, they played a determined brand of basketball here, Daniel, as we highlighted before just a little bit. It was going to take them staying focused, capitalizing when given the chance, and playing tough defense. They did all of that, Daniel. They checked the boxes, and they come out of here with this win. We're going to pause for just 1 second before we highlight some players and what made the difference here in tonight's contest. We'll be back shortly, just after their prayer. We're back, and we're going to break down the postgame, Daniel. I'm going to try to get the ear of Coach Gabe Johnson here to talk with us and the listeners. get his perspective on tonight's game.
That'd be awesome.
But, of course, Daniel, the Lady Lions undoubtedly impressed tonight. They won this one 95-33. There's several players that we could highlight in this game. I mean, Samantha Russell, Caitlin Hennessy. But, Daniel, tell me what made the difference for this contest.
Trying to think of a good way to say this. I'm skill and athleticism. I know that sounds kind of a very basic answer. I'm not meaning that in a hateful or mean way. I just think Union came in here way overpowered, way outmatched, kind of with the star-studded lineup that top at the number one spot in the AAC. I just don't think they had the girls, the talent, the speed, the ability to compete today. Now, of course, that's not taking anything away from the Lady Lions, of course, what they did. I talked about it earlier. Samantha Russell had 28 points again. Katie Farrell, 10 points. Alyssa Mulaski, 10 points. Destiny Kastner, 13 points. Caitlin Hennessy, probably highlighting her the quickest or the most. She had 9 points. She had 6 rebounds, 6 assists, 2 steals, 2 blocks, even though I think she had a couple more. They might not have called that. She did it all tonight for the Lady Lions. There was a lot of people who came in off the bench who played good quality minutes, had a good game. Ashton Estrada, shout out to her again, had 6 points, quite a few. How many rebounds did she have? Just 1 rebound. Nevaeh Majors had 3 rebounds and 4 assists, 2 points. Of course, she played quite a bit in tonight's game, and then just girls all up and down the lineup playing good quality basketball. So it's just outmatched, outskilled kind of day.
I would agree with you. And Daniel, I'll just say this: if I would have told you before the game that 4 of our 5 starters would be in double digits and the only one that wouldn't be is Caitlin Hennessy, you probably wouldn't believe me.
Oh yeah, especially not at the beginning of the game. I mean, she had some quick points. I think she had maybe half of her points in the first 5 minutes of the game. Kind of slowed down a little bit, but she didn't have to ever pick it back up.
Yeah, she only played 18 minutes of the game, so she played less than half the game, so it's not like she underperformed by any means tonight.
Not at all.
But I think you're right. When we just look at team stats here, the Lady Lions shot 59% versus 27.5% for Union. I think both offensively and defensively they were mismatched. The first-year coach, Aleka Carr, is going to try to get his troops rallied as they move forward in this season. This is kind of the nitty-gritty of the season. They're 3-13 in conference, and they obviously lose a tough one here in a blowout, 95-33.
Yeah, they don't need to keep their head down though. It's like any sport, any team. It runs in cycles.
Absolutely.
They could easily next year at least get to 500 because there was definitely some determination, some grit. And that, I think that's half the battle.
Yeah.
If you're getting blown out, but you're still playing hard and you're still trying, I think that will go a very, very long way.
Yeah, there's some bright spots to the team culture that Union possesses that we just saw. Just the fact that they're
really easy. I mean, when you score 3 points, when you score 3 points in the third stat sheet, not going to show up in a scorebook, but effort, hustle, determination. Something you can't coach either, can't teach.
Absolutely, and we're going to pause here for just 1 second. We're going to get Coach Gabe Johnson set up here in just a moment. Coach Johnson, your ladies performed well tonight. They nearly hit the century mark in points. What is something that you want to highlight that you noticed from the sideline?
Well, we guarded so well. We gave up three points in the third quarter. I mean, they did exactly what what we asked them to do. Contested shots, rotate on the backside. I mean, phenomenal team effort on the defensive end.
Yeah, y'all played obviously well offensively. The scoreboard highlights that.
Sure.
But one thing that you've been preaching to me every time I talk to you is I want to teach these girls the wholeness of basketball, what it means to not only play well offensively, which everyone in the town of Dayton, Tennessee knows they can do,
sure,
but how to play well defensively too. So how do you feel like tonight kind of pairs up in what you're trying to do here?
Well, I feel like tonight was a good stepping stone for a tough stretch that we have. Union is Union, but like we put the ball in the hole. We can shoot, especially on a night like tonight. The ball was going in, but I always preach to them like our defense will feed our offense.
Yeah.
And they just raised to that challenge tonight and did a great job.
They absolutely did. Anything else you'd like to say before we head out here?
No, man, I got another game to go help coach.
Absolutely. We appreciate
Thank
you, Coach.
All right.
That's Coach Gabe Johnson, the head coach here for your women's basketball team of Bryan College. He's done a phenomenal job of his first year coaching the Lady Lions. For Daniel Cox, I'm Grayson Whaley. If you're looking for the men's game, you have to click off this screen and go to the Bryan Athletics YouTube page, and you'll find the next live stream there in about 20 or so minutes. Thank you for tuning in. God bless and good night.